Live, we're just starting our broadcast on YouTube.
Okay, there we go. All right. Don't do anything foolish, huh?
Yep, that was good morning. Okay.
Okay, well, there we go. So when do we see the pictures of who's online? Because I want,
Analysts right now.
okay,
Melissa and Jalen are coming over.
wonderful. Those are the ones that I had listed. And just so you know, I didn't hear one way or the other from Joanne, so she may be coming, but I don't know. So that would be the only one if we have that. Hey, Melissa, do you hear us over there? Oh, good. Should she test
I
out?
do, yes. Hi.
And we hear you too. All right. It's nice and loud. That's okay. You don't have to
Go ahead.
tone down or anything. Okay, well, we'll continue. And you said Shaylin is here as well?
Yes.
Okay. So I will call this meeting to order at 4:31 officially. And as is appropriate now, as we understand, we will do a roll call. And why don't we start in the room so that way we know for sure. So Nancy, just I'm sorry, I say the names and then there's here.
Or everyone can just say their name and that they're here. So for the minutes, it's easier to remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just say your name.
Nancy Joao here.
Okay.
Andy Powers here.
Okay, Abe Martinez here.
Kevin Goslin here.
Leanne Balberona here. Emily Stainbrook here.
Okay, Melissa.
Melissa Maffio, kind of there.
And are we still, I'm sorry, Shaylin?
I'm here. My camera's not working, but I am here. Thanks.
Okay, that's fine. We've got it. All right. So there are what we have. I believe everybody got a copy of the minutes. I hope you got a chance to look them over. If not, you may want to take a quick look over them. I know that I got a chance to read them and they looked fine to me, but if there's anything, I'll just take a moment. Thank you, by the way, Leanne, for being so complete. This is actually something I'd not seen before where the questions, you address that way. Be aware, folks, she will give you attribution. So, if you got a chance to read them, is there anything?
No, should we make a motion to approve them?
We actually are doing it with just unless we hear of anything, it is unanimous consent is the way that we have done that. So if I do not hear any need for additions, deletions, or changes, then we will say that by unanimous consent, we have approved the minutes. All right. New business. We do have to cover this, and I am grateful that I remembered and that we were able to get it into the agenda. Each October, we are required to vote for the two officers' positions. That would be for the chair and for the secretary. Both are eligible for another year of service. I am willing to serve again and feel like that may be the best thing. Leanne has just indicated that she would be willing to serve another year as secretary. Someone else would have to, I guess we'd have to go we actually have to elect each officer separately. So I will begin with the position of secretary and say, I would like to nominate Leanne Balberona for another year as secretary. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, so second, Secretary, if you'd like to take that down there, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
okay. And I would think that Shaylin would say aye. All right. Having done that, someone else would have to take care of, nominating me for chair, unless you don't want to, I guess.
I would nominate Abe Martinez for chair.
And I'll second it.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. We'll have Melissa Maffio, she can do that. All right. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
So moved. All right. And so we have our officers for the next year. Be thinking about next October, because I don't know if there's going to be any need for, change or whatever, but I thought that this year especially, just keep things the same and it would be good. All right. Having said that, let's move to our exciting reports, because we know that we will have some exciting news from Snow Isle. So Antoinette is with us.
I feel like that was a
Antoinette.
lot of pressure, Abe. What's
Mhm.
what?
Wow.
First off, I want to thank you all so much for those of you who were able to attend the groundbreaking, the ceremony on the 18th and the celebration on the 21st. It was wonderful to see so many people in the community come out and support this event that has been a very long time coming. We're really excited that we're moving forward. This is on the third page of my report, so I'm going to go a little bit out of order. We had a great deal of interest on the RFP. We had over 25, I think, individual companies attend the mandatory meetings in order to submit the bid packet. So there were a lot of questions. There were a lot of things that we needed to do. So we extended the RFP and it closed yesterday. So they're in the process of reviewing all of those right now, and we're moving into the contracting process of hiring a contractor. Everything is still on track. We expect to begin construction later this fall. And estimate construction to last approximately 12 to 18 months, which is a very big window. But that's what they tell us. So, we're headed there slowly but surely. And it'll be nice to start seeing things, pop up on that site. I did want to do a few Snow Isle district-wide updates before I move into the Lake Stevens Library. Some of you may have heard, but if you haven't, the Snow Isle Library's Board of Trustees appointed Eric Howard, Snow Isle Library's new executive director. He will begin on November 1st, so really just a couple of weeks away. He joined Snow Isle Libraries with 11 years of experience in library leadership and administration, most recently serving as the Assistant Director of Libraries at Santa Cruz Public Libraries. So happy to welcome another Californian to our neck of the woods. And we're really excited. Lois has been an incredible leader, and we're very grateful that she extended her retirement date so that we were able to find the right candidate. The Board of Trustees went through a couple of rounds in order to find just the right person for leading the library district. So we're really excited to have Eric on board.
All right.
Okay, Lake Stevens Library. I wanted to start off, so the last time we met was in July, which is sort of smack in the middle of summer reading. So I wanted to start off today by doing just a recap of summer reading this year. This year we had 339 summer reading finishers, reading for 105,067 minutes. So this is showing us that not only are kids finishing summer reading, they're reading above and beyond the 10 hours. That is a 19% increase in finishers over the year before. And we had a 12 or a 13% increase in 2023 over 2022, which is fantastic. The community is growing, the school district is growing. It's wonderful that those kids are participating in summer reading. Summer reading lasts June, July, and August. During that time, the Lake Stevens staff attended 26 outreach events, and we hosted 54 programs. It was a great summer. It was really busy. It's wonderful to see so many people using the library and connecting with us. I just wanted to recap some of the things that we did in August and September. So we had a librarian attend the Snohomish County National Night Out, which was a wonderful event. It was huge. We did 2 back-to-school events this year. We attended one in Marysville because we heard a lot of Lake Stevens School District students attend that one as well. So it was wonderful that we were able to do that too. We did the Boys and Girls Club visits twice a week throughout the course of their summer program. In September, we started a monthly outreach visit to the Lake Stevens Food Bank. So our librarian, Kelly Jate, takes a bunch of books and resources and materials to just connect with people where they are. We're really trying to establish more services closer to that side of the lake because that's where the library is going to be. And that's been really great. The food bank is just an incredible and supportive partner. They're so wonderful. And so we'll go once a month on their shopping days just to talk to people about library services, hand out books, things like that. We're also attending the Lake Stevens Community Resource Center, their teen parenting group, so we can talk to the teen parents about things that they can do to promote early literacy, talk about library programs, and all of the things that they can do both for themselves as parents, as students, and for their little ones. This month, we are doing outreach at pretty much all of the, well, no, not pretty much, at all of the middle school, both middle schools, the mid-high and the high school. We are really focusing this year on trying to engage teachers more with the resources that Snow Isle has that they can use in their classrooms and that their students can use. We're hoping that by sort of teaching the teachers, they'll be able to integrate it more and students will be hearing it from more than just the library. We're hoping that that'll kind of really, students are using their student cards, but we're hoping that that kind of makes an impact and just lets kids know that they have more access with their student cards. This fall, we started our new Storytime session schedule. We're doing 6 story times a week. That's up from 3 last year.
Oh,
It's awesome. We're having a great time. So we do 2 baby, 2 toddler, and 2 preschool story times a week. We also host 2 little science labs each week. So every week there are 8 early literacy pre-kindergarten programs happening at the library. I talked to my Storytime presenters just last week, and they said it's so great to have so many sessions because it doesn't feel as cramped, as frantic, as crowded. People can pick and choose what fits their schedule the best. We really wanted to offer some afternoon story times for the kids that are going to preschool in the morning, so they'll have something to do in the afternoon and vice versa. So it's working out great. I'm hoping it's a schedule that we can continue. It is a very heavy programming schedule, but staff are having a really good time with it.
so it is all staff, right?
Right now it's mainly my 2 children's people. So Gabe Knight, our children's librarian, and Zoe Ramberg, our children's LA.
Okay.
We have a couple of people who can substitute in and also do that, but primarily it's those 2.
Okay.
In late July, Secretary of State Steve Hobbs visited the Lake Stevens Library. He donated a Dungeons and Dragons game kit. At that time, we started a weekly program hosting Dungeons and Dragons for ages 10 and up, just to kind of see how it would go. And it has been huge. It has really taken off. We've heard from so many students, so many parents about how meaningful this program has been to them. It has helped them find friends, make new friends, find their community. And we feel really honored that we've been able to foster that. We've continued it through the school year. We have a cohort of kids who come in every week to play Dungeons and Dragons. And new people come every week. They exchange phone numbers, they hang out afterwards. It's been really wonderful to see that kind of community building. And we're really grateful that Secretary of State Steve Hobbs was able to donate that game for us. We're also focusing on, because the Dungeons and Dragons program was so successful, we've decided to try to really do more teen programming. So we're hosting a teen program every Friday. Friday, the kids get out of school early. They start at 2:30. So first Fridays is basically just a teen hangout. We've got snacks. We bring in the Wii. We've got games and puzzles and just kind of a place where people can hang out, make friends. The second Saturday is, I'm sorry, the second Friday is Dungeons and Dragons. The third Fridays are the teen crafting studio. So for that one, our teen librarian, Kelly J, will lead a specific craft. This month, I think it's pop tab bracelets and bottle cap necklaces. I think that's what it is. And so there'll be a different one every month. So something for folks who are for kids who are a little bit more interested in art. And then the last Friday will be the Dungeons and Dragons. We're also really excited. We just launched our Barks and Books program. So for those of you who have been on the board for a long time, you'll remember that we used to have a Reading with Dogs program, Reading with Rover, pre-pandemic. That program, they didn't have any more local volunteers. And so we were really trying to find another organization that we could work with. Our wonderful friend of the library, Lynn Allen, has a service dog and partnered with TDI, which is Therapy Dogs International. We developed a partnership with them, and now every month we have therapy dogs that come to the library. Kids can drop by, read books to the therapy dogs, practice their reading, build some confidence around that in a really relaxed and fun way, and hang out with the dogs. So I will now be working every second Saturday. We had our first one on the 12th. It was lovely. We had really great turnout. Got some really cute pictures that'll be up on our Facebook page.
And the dogs get smarter. So, yeah.
Yeah, right. They
Sure. I mean, hey, why not? Okay.
I did just a list here of the one-time programs that we're having through the end of the year, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're trying to do. We're because we have so many regular young children's programs. For our one-off programs, we're looking more at adult programs, teen programs, and all ages programs. We've had a lot of success in offering hybrid programs, which is an online and in-person program. Focused on a variety of like adult and older adult topics. So aging in place, fall prevention, hospice care, with a variety of community partners. We had a Stop the Bleed class with Skagit Regional Health that filled up incredibly fast. So we're going to try to bring them back and do another one as well. I do want to highlight October 25th, Museum on the Go. We're having Imagine Children's Museum come in. That's for grades 3 through 5, which is kind of a harder group to capture the attention of. So if anybody has 3rd graders through 5th graders, Magnificent Masks will be more of a creative one, but we've also had a paper making one, and we did a wind tunnel one, and we'll continue that next year. Those will be offered quarterly.
Mm-hmm.
Other adult programming that we're doing this fall, we're doing another pet painting program with Paws with Cause. They'll provide all the supplies. You just come in, paint a pet portrait. They take that portrait and put it in the community so that the pets get adopted. We're also doing our quarterly craft sampling program. This has been super popular. Our library associate, Yoko, is running that, and it is paired with our online database Creative Bug. So we watch a Creative Bug video and then practice that craft skill. It's a really great way to try a potentially new hobby without investing a whole lot of money in it. And so this fall we're doing crochet. We just did an embroidery one. And then before that, it was a painting one. It was like a pour painting. Like you take the canvas and you pour the paint over it, and it like makes shapes and things like that. I'm not an artist, but it was lovely. And the canvases that came out of it were gorgeous. And then we're ending out the year on December 15th, which I recognize is the same day as the or I'm sorry, that's a typo. It's December 14th. It's Saturday, December 14th. It's the same day as the Harvest Festival or the Winter Fest for the city. But that was the only day that the company was able to do it. So we're hosting Slapdash Puppet Company. And we're going to be partnering with the school district to have it at one of the schools. Because we don't have kind of an amphitheater space for that. So I think it's going to be at Stevens Creek. We're just waiting for some confirmation on that, but that'll be our last big event of the year. We are already working on 2025 programming. We have the first 6 months pretty much planned out. And we'll start planning summer reading by February, is really our schedule. I wanted to just wrap up by giving you a quick self-service update. So if you remember, we expanded self-service hours. The pilot project is now at Granite Falls Library and Lake Stevens Library. Self-service hours are from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have had customers use every single one of those hours. We see a lot of traffic on Sunday evenings. I think folks are waiting till the last minute to do some printing for Monday, maybe. That's my best guess. But it's proven very popular. Anyone can sign up. They just have to be over the age of 18. Orientation takes just a couple of minutes. And then you have access to the library on holidays, 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
It's wonderful.
There's a lot of information. Any questions?
Silly question perhaps, but when I was first introduced to Dungeons and Dragons, I have never done it actually, but I was told from a friend of mine who played it, I guess, it was way back in like 1981. And as I recall, it was just a book or something that you follow. I don't know what did Steve Hobbs donate? I mean, what happened?
What is it? Yeah. So Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game.
Okay.
So there is a board, there are dice, there are cards, and you create a character. You have a dungeon master. I don't play, so
Okay.
I am doing my best here, but I know someone is going to be like, that's not how you do it. But we do provide, they're called one shots, which are short campaigns that folks can, if they've never done it before, kind of like a training campaign. So we provide those for anyone who hasn't played. There's a dungeon master who kind of just, not controls the game, but like guides the game, gives you options. You roll dice, you have some options, you make decisions. It involves, creative problem solving, teamwork, imagination, and is just a really popular and wonderful way for kids to
Okay.
hang out.
Wow. And is the dungeon master one of the teens, the players, or no?
That's what we encourage.
Okay.
So we encourage, it to be a drop-in and for the teens to select someone to be a dungeon master. We have books on Dungeons and Dragons to kind of teach them how to be a dungeon master available to them. But if there is no one in the room who's comfortable doing that, we have a couple of folks on staff who are very experienced dungeon masters who can drop in and do that in a pinch.
Okay.
I was
Well,
wondering the same thing. When you said kit, I was like, well, back in the day, all I had was the. monster.
It was just a book. That still exists and a new one is coming out
And then the
soon.
big red book, that's
Mhm.
all I had, and some dice, and all
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was curious what else above that.
Now they have character sheets and all sorts.
Yeah.
A lot more
Mhm.
elaborate nowadays.
Yeah. We have character
Several more
sheets. We
books.
have one shots. We've got the books
They have
available.
little, like little
The
player
figurines.
character,
Yes.
little models and stuff.
Yeah. The
Right.
figures.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just thrilled that they're not all, played on Xboxes or whatever, I mean, that a little more, it's not that that's all bad, but it's just when everything is virtual, you just don't have the interaction of the human to human. And the fact is that, there's just, anyway, I'm kind of excited actually that something as old as my high school.
It's
time.
open to adults. Drop by.
Yeah,
It's super fun. It's all ages. And that is, what you touched on is really what we're hearing from the teens and the parents too. These are kids who are coming out of, COVID restrictions. They started their middle school and high school years, on like virtual education. And they are feeling disconnected. They are feeling like it's harder for them to make friends and to meet people who are interested in the things that they're interested in. So it's really great that we can do this and offer it in person.
And it's done just in the conference room?
Yeah, it's just in the meeting room at the library.
Okay, wow. So that's neat.
So we'll see you Friday.
Well, that's cool. I really like that. Oh, I thought I had something else here, but nope, that is probably all. I just a real quick question about the summer reading program. You said that you had 26 outreach events, 54 programs. That was all part of the summer reading? Or?
That was in June, July, and August.
Wow. Okay, so that's good. Good stuff. Any other questions? Anybody?
No, I just wanted to point out on the very back page, you talk about the new library card signups
Mhm.
and how significantly that increased. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so Snow Isle Library is focused on all, we did a lot of partnerships over the summer, Sound Transit, with like the Linwood Light Rail, and Mariner Fest, and we're really trying to do more out in the community. We also have some limited edition library cards, which I think helps. So if you are all still interested, we do have a few left at the Lake Stevens Library. If you want to upgrade to the card that has the orca on it, we still have a few of those, but that's a single print only. So like once they're gone, they're gone. And we have the new mushroom cards. I'm not sure if you've seen those, but those are also very cute. We do have the astronaut one still also. But yeah, so just some details there. So as a result of all of this outreach work, in August and September, the district had 17,590 new library card customers. The 2024 monthly average prior to that was 5,097 new customers. So tripling that amount, which is wonderful. We want everyone connected to their library, and the first step is getting that library card, using your printing credit.
It brings up something. I recently was I work at an Amazon warehouse. Okay, we hire a lot of recent immigrants, especially, and part of my job is onboarding them. And so I get to know these folks. And I was talking with one of them, and she wants to get better at her language skills, English language skills. She was asking about what, there's supposedly, Amazon has some things for the employees, that kind of thing, but I know that it can be a challenge. I'm not trying to run it down or anything else, but, trying to work it out in the time frame and everything. And in the meantime, I'm thinking, okay, my wife uses Mango, to try to learn foreign language. I'm sure they could do like English, or there are other things that I'm sure that, the library. Anyway, I was just trying to tell her about, hey, library, you can do this kind of thing. And, she had no clue. And it was really difficult for me to try to say, yeah, you kind of need a library card, but just go to this website and you can, trying to do it quickly, all that kind of thing. Okay, my point. There are some large employers in this area. And I just wonder, I don't know how you do an outreach to an employer. I don't know. The point is, through those kinds of avenues, I could see, like at my Amazon warehouse, it would just be amazing for some of these people, especially new immigrants. I just don't think they know. I do my best to try to pass the word along, but something to say, here's how you get a library card. Here's how you do it. I don't know. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. I have a couple of things that if you want to share that information, but so the first is we also have both an online and in-person option. It's called Talk Time, which is folks who want to improve speak like conversational English. And so we have, specific trainers who are trained in the process. And you can either attend online or in person. They're hosted I want to say almost every week, there's at least one somewhere in the library district.
Okay.
There's one every Wednesday online. And it's just an opportunity in a very low pressure way. You're with other people who are learning English as well to just practice your English skills.
Mhm.
So that's one thing. The second thing is that the library website can be translated into several different languages. Those buttons are just at the top.
Yeah.
But that is sort of our perennial struggle. You know, I saw on the Lake Stevens community Facebook page, someone said, do we even have a library in Lake Stevens?
Mhm.
You know, and I was like, yes, you do. You know, so it really is, you know, that's sort of one of the challenges, you know, and our marketing team is phenomenal in trying to get that word out. You know, we do radio ads, and we do like book talks on the radio. I don't know if you've ever driven behind a community transit bus that has a little Snow Isle advertisement on it. It really, you know, it really is a challenge letting people know that the library is here, that we have all of these great services, that there's so many more things beyond books. And that's been something that libraries
Yeah.
have struggled with since the invention of the computer, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things that, that the library district is really focused on and really trying to do. I think that's what some of the, you know, that's what drives some of these partnerships as well. We love to be invited to places too, you know, so, you know, as you're talking to those businesses, you know, if they're hosting job fairs or, you know, employee outreach events or employee benefit events, and they just want information, you know, we're a large library district, you know, someone might be able to go and to just provide that information.
Okay.
It's also a big part of why we're in the schools as much. You know, we really want to support teachers and educators, but by letting the kids know about, you know, the resources, especially in a community like Lake Stevens, where there are so many young children, you know, it gives us the opportunity to be like, hey, tell your parents to come to the library. And so they're hearing it just in different venues as
Okay.
well. And that's part of the outreach work that we do too, you know, is just trying to have a presence and let people know that we're here to help you with pretty much anything that you need. You can call us, you can send us a chat, you can email us, you know, we're here for you. So,
Yeah. I just had wondered, you know, like, I don't know, some literature that I can take and leave on the HR desk or something like that, or just how to get a library card,
yes,
simple
I can
things like
get,
that.
I can absolutely get you
Okay.
that. Yeah.
And obviously it's going to have to be, a thing where it goes from, a particular place to place, and who knows what connections are there. But anyway, I just had wondered if there might be a way to do more corporate outreach, especially for larger employers like Amazon or others like that, that may have, folks who just don't know about library services.
Mhm.
So anyway, I didn't want to, continue down that way, but it was obvious to me that there are a lot of folks in my workplace that don't know about it, about Snow Isle. And in her particular case, this lady lives in Linwood, and I'm like, yes, I know they have a library in
Yes,
Linwood, and
it's a
it's
big one.
part of Snow Isle. And I can speak to you about it, even though I don't live there. I can tell you about it. So anyway, all right. That's all I had. Just I'll connect with you about that then later. All right. Any other questions? Online, anybody have any other questions? All right, wonderful. All right, once again, Friends of the Library, it's not a requirement that we have a report. Anybody want to give anything?
I do know that we have the Maker Faire coming up. I think it's the first weekend of December, and I know that the Friends of the Library are putting together baskets for sale.
Yes.
So we will have a table there, and we encourage people to come on by the table.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But that's all I got for you.
Okay. Well, that is plenty. All right. From the city of Lake Stevens, Caitlin, I assume that you are taking that on yourself, right?
Yeah, I provided a report in your packet from City Administrator Jean Brazel, but I did want to say that a large group of staff and city leadership attended the groundbreaking, and it was an incredible event. We were very honored and happy to be there. So thank you for that. Within the update from Jean, you'll see that the city is working on selecting a consultant to do the design work on the new city hall. I believe the first space they're working on are the council chambers, which is very exciting for the clerk's office. So that's going to be the first space that they're going to work in. And most recently, the Parks Department completed the first phase of the road dock replacement, which is awesome. Second phase is in the works, which will include an additional dock sections as well as extending it further into the lake. So we do have some really awesome park projects that are happening and kind of wrapping up through summer and into early fall. From a city council standpoint, I just wanted to make a public announcement that coming up in our next council meeting on Tuesday, the 22nd, we do have 2 public hearings for anyone who's interested. The first is for our comprehensive plan update, and the second is the first budget 2025 public hearing. So anyone who's interested and wants to come or listen or make public comment, we would love to have you.
All right. Well, excellent.
Yeah.
Questions, anyone? Anything like that? No? Okay. Well, excellent. We're doing fine then. All right. Well, board comments is all that we have left. I'll go around the room here, but how about I start online since I won't make Nancy be the first again. So yeah, you can think about what your comment might be. Melissa, are you ready? Anything that you would like to say and comment?
I just wanted to say I was at the groundbreaking ceremony and it surpassed any expectation I had. I was so surprised with the turnout. It was great. And it just so much joy, so much happiness with people picking up the shovel and doing the dirt and just being actually on the land. I was just honored to be part of it and just to be able to witness it. And it was just a great day. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you for being there as well. Shaylin, are you still with us there? Is she still?
She is signed off. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. All right. So no, we'll start over here. So Emily, would you like to?
Yeah, I was not able, I was at work for the groundbreaking and then I was sick over the weekend, so I wasn't able to go, but I appreciate the pictures that were sent out because then I was like, oh, kind of live vicariously, but I'm super excited. Yeah, it was fun to see everyone and just you could feel the energy and the excitement that putting into building this new place. So it'll be exciting.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Leanne?
I wasn't able to attend either work. But yeah, I'm really excited and considering how many story times we have now, I'm wondering just how much that's going to blow up when we get into the new building where there's more space. We'll probably still have as many story times, but they'll just be bigger. Yeah. So glad to see things moving forward. And I'm glad the weather is kind of cooperating for, doing some fall work. So that's good.
All right. Kevin?
Yeah, I just want to echo Melissa's comment about the groundbreaking. It was a joy to be there and to be, I guess, a part of a history in the making. About it.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. Well, you folks who were there know it turned out to be something special at work. I had intended to take off work that day, but they had some special things going on. Couldn't do it. And then Saturday, I have commitments on Saturday. So anyway, but once again, just everything that I've heard and the people who were there, it's just, great report, and I'm thrilled about it. I'm also very happy to hear about the kinds of things that are going on and have been going on over the summer and into the fall, especially this kind of face-to-face stuff that I was talking about with Dungeons and Dragons or anything else that may be that case. Just we need more, face-to-face interaction in our community, and I think this is a great way to bring people together is through the library. So anyway, thank you. Andy?
Yeah, I didn't attend the groundbreaking. I think I had a mistake in my calendar. It wasn't syncing up, and so I was like, I probably could have been there, but anyway, I wish I was, but I'm glad it happened anyway. And
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to the new library and hearing about the construction and who's chosen, and yeah, it's exciting. Thanks.
All right, Dance.
I was at the groundbreaking and we had beautiful weather, so that was nice. It's nice to know we are going to have a library. I didn't make it that Saturday. I had docent duty at Mukilteo Lighthouse.
And the other thing, in this morning's Herald online, there was a nice flyer about Snow Isle libraries and different things that are coming up. It's a quarter page, beautiful color, very eye appealing and catching. So thank you.
Wonderful. All right, well, I believe that's all. So, gosh, unless there's anything else, I believe that we can adjourn, and I like to go ahead and say, would someone like to, move that we adjourn? Anybody want to
I'll
make?
move that we adjourn.
Okay, anyone want a second?
Second.
Hey, there you go. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you so much, and we're out in record time. Isn't that great? All right.